That should help it a tad bit because I changed the output. So look, I'm not gonna explain much. I'm gonna just kind of like jump right into it, and because we do have a lot of pairs, we just gotta knock all these out. Our favorite ones are gonna be sitting at the top, and then we'll go from there. We will go from there. So look, let me make sure my audio good. All right, yeah, we good there. So let's get into let's get into it, man. All right, so first pair we're looking at is USD CHF. Now, realistically, I don't really like trading pairs that are already at all-time low because all you can do is look for counter trend trades. That's it. And is it possible to take a counter trend trade here? Absolutely, because we have a beautiful left, overall head, right shoulder, and then we could come create this. Now on the flip side, you do have a triple top, left, head, right shoulder. Literally left head, break, retest, right shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I mean, realistically, you don't want it to break. Once it breaks, I look at this as a triple bottom. So left, it's not respecting lows. So left head come respect this low. Probably even sweep all the way down here, create like a morning star formation, and we're good to go. On the flip side, you could have this left head. This could be the right shoulder already. You know, we just need a break. Either way, we need a break of this high. Even if it chooses to go lower, you still need a break of this high, or at least a high that's created to go long, one way or another. So we'll just keep on following it. Um, find another life to live. So this one's setting up pretty well. The thing is, you can only look for counter trend trades. It's not like you could do much here outside look for counter trend trades because I want to stick with the trend, and the trend is bearish. And since the trend is bearish, I mean, there's not much I can do here because you have a higher high, lower low. We already stripped the structure. Lower high. What can you anticipate? Price could just continue, right? So pretty much what I want is either respect this, create a higher high, come, you know what I'm saying, and then break and retest. Like the best thing we can do here is wait for a break retest to go long. That's the best thing we can do there. Um, USD JPY weekly. Weekly is right now we are in a bearish momentum, but we did break structure within here. So if you can see, actually, let's do this right now. So we have this lower high, lower low, right? We have another lower high within here. Oh Lord, lower high. This one candle isn't enough, but let's just count this as a higher low. Fuck it. Higher low. We've created now. Now we've broken that high on weekly. All right, as you can see daily, we go from lower high, higher low. Went from higher high, higher low. Realistically, this is where you want to buy. It's for continuation, higher high, lower low. Right. We create a higher high. Now we're waiting for a higher low point. Now this could just keep on pushing. Then it's not our trade. But as of right now, we are waiting for lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. I'm anticipating a higher low within here to go long. So USDJPY, I do like it very much. It's within the area that I want to pull back, at least on the 4 hours. So I know right now 4 hours in a higher high point. Now we're looking for pullback points as far as the 30-minute, 1 hour, right? I mean the 2 hour one sits really perfectly right here. So realistically, I want to pull I want this 2 hour pullback within here. I want this 2 hour pullback within here to go long. So realistically, this is one that could be ready within the week. Stop loss within here. We're down. It's already 40. do 43 pips. So 45. Within 45 pips right here. And then we can target a continuation back up into the zone up here within the week. Because you could see as far as weekly goes, we could target back these highs back up here. Because now we broke. All we have to do is wait for a quick pullback. Delete that. You can wait for a quick pullback within here. And pullbacks usually tend to go really deep. Usually clears within all of these. Pullbacks usually clear all of them. So I'm gonna put a, because once we shift structure, we could potentially come all the way back down here. So I'm gonna call this a pullback. Realistically, you want to put it at the 2 hour high, right? Because I use the weekly, daily, 4 hour to find my direction, 2 hour, 1 hour to find either the break, right? The 30-minute, 15 minutes for like the retest, and then that morning star formation, that second break. So realistically, pullbacks, 2 hour, 1 hour. I'm gonna obviously aim at put it at that high, which is right here. We should be able to fill the rest of this, but realistically, hey, who knows? So obviously, I want to trade with the within here. Boom, because that gives us, left head, right shoulder break. This retest isn't enough. I need more. Look at the 2 hour. We had like this here. It's not clear. Right here, left head, right shoulder. Left head, right shoulder break. I'm waiting for this retest of this line here to confirm, and then once you have that retest, you're pretty much looking for like a left head, right shoulder, something that's gonna tell you it's gonna continue. Then now we go over to daily or 4 hour, and we look for areas we could catch the continuation or whatever. We can easily catch this wick fill. That's a good thing. We go over to the 2 hour, we see, okay, cool, we can make it up here, right? And clearly there's a zone within here because that's automatically 3-4 touches within there. So we're gonna count it. We're gonna count it. Go over blue. My phone keeps turning off on its own. Okay. Now I'm looking for a pullback to go long. We can catch a 3.7. Really, let's just go for a 1-4. Simple 1-4. So now I'm looking for something better than USD CHF, or something that could happen a little bit more. It's something a little bit more clear than USD CHF. Thing is with this, we go over weekly, we find the direction, right? Is weekly bullish or bearish? Weekly is bullish, right? We have these lows that kept on being disrespected. That means we have a triple bottom, left head, right shoulder, break, right? And we never had that overall retest, but right now it's in a higher high state as far as the weekly, so we'll be buying at the highest point, which is a problem. But right, as of right now, daily, right, we're just creating the structure point here, higher high, higher low. You know what I'm saying? That's all we're doing. So we're at the quote unquote, we're at the higher low state. So now, right, I kind of do like this consolidation a bit, right? Because we have this higher high. I don't even know how I counted. It's not even a real structure point. I won't even count that. Won't even count this either, right? Because we have this higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, overall higher low here. So I'm gonna just count this as a higher low. It's just the overall higher low. This delay that created a higher low, and then now we're just kind of consolidating in here. So the thing is like, okay, we're gonna just reject this because we're creating a left head, potential right shoulder. We just need the break. So realistically with GBP JPY, because daily is in that higher high state and we haven't created a higher low. I think that's what's causing it to give us that, like the way it looks. Same with this, we can highly reject it, and then we have all of these wicks as well. So it's I mean we could get a good counter trend trade on this one. Um, I mean it's been a minute since we've been up here, back 2015. So yeah, there is a good chance this could reject. Go over the daily. My nose is on a five. Like what's in my? I have a cut or that's a pimple. My nose, Jesus burns like a bitch. Oh my god. Whatever. So we're in this higher right now. It's in a higher high state as far as daily goes. Right. 4 hour getting higher high. Right. Two candles. I mean that's the thing. Two candles makes a structure point. Right. Didn't give me a continuation. Right. Two candles again gave me a continuation. So theoretically from here, instead of like marking it, you could kind of, that's why you have tools. So higher high, higher low, lower high, higher low, higher high, lower low. So we're at the lower low state. So right now we're pretty much looking for a pullback to sell. And if you go down to smaller time frames, you can kind of see we've already had that pullback, and this could very much come all the way back down to the zone. So GJ is a highly anticipated one, counter trend trade. Um, I just need a break of this zone here, quite literally. Like this consolidation zone within here, I just need to break that. Um, we'll just do this to make it look clean, easy, straightforward. We'll just do this. I mean, we could count this, but like, I guess we could. Because if you push it left, I mean, either way, it doesn't change anything. Because it still taps into it one way or another. So within this consolidation here, right? Knowing that price is bullish, weekly's bullish, daily's also bullish. That's two consecutive time frames that are bullish, and 4 hours bullish, right? You'll obviously want to buy. But keeping in mind that weekly, right? Last time we were even up here was the recent years, which is 2024, right? December 2024, November 2024, and last time it was above it was July 2024. The most recent time to the left outside of this group of data here is back in 2015. So the likelihood of this respecting this zone, as you can see, is not that great. You feel me? It's really not that great. And I have this as a pullback because my true intention is to buy. That's what I truly want to do, is buy this pair. But to buy, I need the pullback. So um, the pullback. Hold on. Buy. So GJ, I'm looking for a counter trend trade to buy. The pullbacks obviously make sense because obviously the time frames are bullish. I just need a deeper pullback, probably back up into the zone again one more time. That's kind of what I'm looking for. 4 hour gives me that opportunity to get that pullback within this zone where my EMA is right here. Not EMA, my alert is. This week, truly and honestly, I'm looking at taking one trade and holding. You know what I'm saying? But hold on, let me open up Discord for my niggas real quick, cause usually hop on these hoes with them. I'll just go to my server and I'll just open up a call. We'll just get into the room, just open up a lounge, and then share my screen, share screen. much. Invite niggas. You know what I'm saying? And then invite these niggas. Um, and Bryson as well. I believe I sent the invites, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Okay, I just sent this nigga and Bryson. I just sent this nigga an invite. Cool. So we chilling. They got the invite, whether they join or not. That's their prerogative. Um, it is their choice. Has nothing to do with me after I already sent it. You know? Okay, let's do it. 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 Cool. So higher high, higher low, right? We had this beautiful. I mean, these lows keep on being disrespected. That's another thing to keep in mind. So instead of trying to force the sell, I don't care about the sell until the sell happens. You feel me? So right now this is bullish. Then it went back bearish, right? Beautiful left head, right shoulder. I just need a simple break retest of that EMA to go short. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. We can go short here. Simple, straightforward, right? I'm gonna count this as a breaker structure, right? I'm gonna enter like a small position here and another one whenever we have this here. Do I like? I mean, yes, you can also count this as a triple bottom, realistically as well. Not gonna lie, right? Because you can see it's a beautiful left head, right shoulder, right? Realistically, this is a break, retest, right? You could have a morning star formation. Like, there's a lot that could happen within here. So it's like, okay, cool. If you look on a 2 hour, 2 hour looks god damn, that's a beautiful setup for the left and right shoulder. But at the same time, you also got this. This looks just as good. They both look just as good. So the best thing to do here, right? Again, trend is your friend, but thinking a little bit more past that, like let's include the monthly. Matter of fact, let's go to 6 month, right? What does 6 month tell you? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't even know what the EMA is at, but we just within the recent 6 months, right? 2024 January, we broke the recent high, right? Boom, created a wick, right? Are we gonna have this wick fill? I don't know, possibly. And there's a fair value gap within the 6 month time frame. So yes, I do believe that eventually one weekly needs to create pretty much a higher low, which would be here. It will make sense to have a reaction here to come back down here. That will make sense. So the true target would be down here. Daily, the true target would be this blue line. 4 hour, the true target would be the break and retest of that EMA, right? Look where we're at. This is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? We price just broke structure, right? We might have a retest, respect of that retest. So it's just really comes down to a time thing, you know? Because we have this, right? Like this one's a little bit harder to judge off the fact that we have the zone, right? Broke. This is a retest. We were supposed to respect it. Did we break this high? We did, but didn't. If that makes sense. 30 minute was bullish, then went back bearish because of this point. So we don't. I don't want this high to be broken. I do want to sell this, but I don't want that high to be broken realistically. Um, yeah, this is a pretty straightforward one. Yes, it's safer to take a trade here, but since the opportunity is there, right? We can we can quite literally wait for consolidation within here. Yeah, just based off the way it looks, right? We don't even need this. Truly and honest, that it just kind of fucks us up a little bit. But yeah, this right here. I mean, shit. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, we broke back under. We tested engulfing. You don't enter until you have an engulfing. That's good. So now we can go to the 1 hour. Now we're looking for like entry models, right? Like a left head, right shoulder. You have an evening star formation here. We just need to pull back, the respect of that pullback, and that pullback will look something like this pin bar. I just need the feel of it, right? Probably even tap up in here. That would be really, really helpful. This will be really, really helpful. So if I can get a sniper entry right up in here, this would be the ideal entry right here. Boom, bro. We have a long way to go. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to target everything, right? We could just target where price. Like we just target down here. Like we either. Let me see. I'm about to check up with Trade Locker real quick. Trade Locker, right? Two. This is probably my number two right now. USD JPY, I just need to pull back. GJ is pretty much ready. I'm looking for counter trend trades. This one's already confirmed 4 hours bearish. We've already broke the structure point. I tried to sell here, didn't hold. Price obviously came back, broke structure. It engulfed, which is not a good thing. It keeps on doing that. As you can see, it does it, and then it sells. It engulfs, sells, engulfs. What can we anticipate? Sell. So for this example, for example's sake, right, we don't have to wait, for a super long time or anything like that. So either I wanna get something. I wanna put back the blue. Okay. Yes, we can wait for pretty much price to give us this break. That is a possibility. But instead of waiting all that time, bro, broke. We retested, created structure. We broke structure, right? 15 minute, beautiful. We have a zone up here that was never tapped into. Price could give us the reaction, come all the way up in here, which is what I want. Um, Clear this price action. Clear this price action. 30 minute aligns as well, and here. Um, Clear this. I'm gonna move this down here to let me know. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Let's clear this first. In fact, right, and then 15 minute. Again, I'm pretty much just waiting for a structure to be made, right, or left head. We haven't made that right shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I would have liked for us to create like a left head, right shoulder. That would have been beautiful. But now, right, we can use common sense here, right? Left head, come create that right shoulder. Good to go. That right shoulder necessarily we don't need like the break. We just need to slow down in here. Um, and pretty much yeah, we're gonna see what happens. So we have two zones of interest, right? We have this breaker structure down here, which is the 2 hour break. We just wait for pretty much the break and a retest of the EMA of that zone. Um, So yeah, this is gonna be a crazy, crazy, crazy trade, just because of how sniper entry it is. I mean, from here to here is already a 1 to 3, by the way, just to kind of put that out there. And because we've been breaking lows, right? Again, I'm not trying to go for anything that's new here, right? Simply because we've been breaking lows, right? We can quite literally just go for this. Now, realistically, I'm going for at least these lows here, this liquidity point within here. That's realistically what I want to target. If we're being honest here, because 2 hour, you can kind of see here, we're really targeting this zone here, or we could bring it all the way back down to these zones here, right? I'm trying to take a counter trend trade. That's pretty much what I'm saying here, because we already have a left head, right shoulder break retest here. The retest doesn't look like it's holding. Now go down to 30 minute. Just waiting for a small pullback. Pretty much a rejection of this zone here. Same thing that, like, I just want to slow down. Once once we start creating these levels here, right? We're just waiting for that break, right? And the retest of that and the rejection of the EMA. Now this would be like you see what I'm saying? The 15-minute rejection of that EMA, perfect. That's an entry right there. Go short. Same thing here. Rejection of that, go short. Now we could not enter. We could end up exiting here. You know what I'm saying? Because a 1 to 12 seems like a crazy at risk to reward. So we can bump this up to at least a 40 pip stop loss. Right, right there. That's pretty solid in my book, right? And then we could target these lows down here instead of having, because instead of having such a tight stop loss, um, anticipating that it won't break this high. And if that's the case, right? Because again, this is the leg that broke this low. So realistically, the high is here. But then again, we broke this. And then we broke this again. But this is the leg that broke. If that's the leg that broke, that means the stop loss. We can save ourselves a pips, and let's just do a 30 pip stop loss for 1 to 6 risk reward. We can definitely go lower, but at this point here, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why we would ask for any more than what's already on there. It's kind of being greedy. So I'm about to do the math real quick. Give me a second. I'm about to see. So for GJ, GBP, JPY. Okay, what are we looking at here? Boom. Right. Entry right around the zone. Profit levels. Take profit stop loss here, right? And we're taking a counter trend trade. And remember, again, the reason why I'm taking a counter trend trade is just really just based off basic knowledge. So we have one or two things that this could happen, right? So either you can kind of look on a 2 hour here. Either this 2 hour comes sweep liquidity and fails to hold this. Pretty much this is the high here. As long as we don't break this high on the 2 hour, we're good to go. So the 30 minute, yes, this can go higher. This can fully sweep this, probably even tap open here, because this is the leg, right? Go over to the 2 hour. This is the leg. So knowing that this is the leg that's broke, right? 30 minute. The only what I only use a 30 minute for pullbacks. I don't use them as break and retest, because if it break, I said that wrong. I use the 30 minutes for break and retest. I use the 2 hour and 1 hour for like full on breaks, because the 2 hour broke, right? 4 hour also broke, but 4 hours just for the direction for me. 2 hour broke, right? That tells me I can go down to the, even here it gives you an evening star formation. EMA, you just need to pull back. So now go to 30 minute, find the pullback points, right? Boom, there's a pullback point within here. 15 minute, basically you're looking for that slowdown or something like this here. And all you're doing is waiting for the break. A little retest of that EMA rejection, because EMA should meet us back up here, right? Because that's all it is. It's just aligning shit with the EMA. And let me not over explain myself because I'm gonna end up burning myself out, and then I'm gonna be tired of shit. So this trade alone, every $2, you're making about $14 back, right? I'm planning to first of all, I'm gonna break my entry. So I'm entering every $10. So for this right here, once we get back up here and I see, what I want to see is like some type of rejection, whatever, something like this, I'm entering $10.45, which makes me about $71. Ultimately, I'm gonna risk about $30 to $40 on this trade to make about 248 dollars. It's a valid trade. Not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? It's a valid trade. Um, Let me see. Even if you risk $20, you're still making 140. So it's like, yeah, yeah. This is a solid one. I like it. I like it a lot. And if it doesn't do what I want it to do, well, guess what? We have this ultimate low here, where we're respecting highs. This consolidation, right? Broke that, right? We can just wait for the break and retest of this zone. No problem. We're not in no rush. Feel me? We're not in no rush. And then if we get this break and retest, right? Even though realistically I don't want it because that means I have to have a bigger stop loss. This break retest, I have to wait for that second break to give me that high that breaks the leg. So basically, this here, right? You broke. You see this leg breaks, right? This is a big ass stop loss because price can do whatever it wants in here. This is a big ass stop loss. So I would wait for this retest engulfing candlestick. You enter somewhere around here. This is a much tighter and more respectable stop loss. The blue lines that I have on here are very malleable. I can move those around. They're not set in stone. They're not like just stuck in the nut. I can move them bitches around. So right now, GJ number one, USD JPY is at number two. Now, the only thing I don't like, all the JPYs move in the same direction. That's just a simple fact. As you can see, they pretty much move in the same direction. They might not move similar, but they move in the same direction. So if price is buying, all of these are buying. All the JPY pairs are buying. You can go look at EJ. They're all buying. Feel me? Um, Before, yes, I was looking to buy GBP JPY. Again, this it's hard to take the counter trend trade simply because I know it's bullish. I know good and well that yes, this is gonna buy, but I feel more comfortable buying at a much cheaper price because it doesn't make sense to buy at the highest price. So it'll make sense to wait for a cheaper price to buy. And if that, but the patience aspect of it, you already have a good risk to reward if you just take the counter trend trade. So what I'm gonna do is just be extra patient with this until I get what I need for the counter trend trade. Because this right here, assuming that it breaks this 2 hour low, right? This is a big ass, a fat ass stop loss. There's nothing I could do with this. You know what I'm saying? There's not enough for me. So realistically, you'll have to wait for the break, retest, and that second break. But the thing is, this has been breaking the lows. You know what I'm saying? This is a low here, respect. Well, let me not say that. If it does something like this, right? If price does something like this, where okay, we're respecting the highs, right? We're not breaking the highs at all. Cool, liquidity. See what I'm saying? And vice versa. If price is breaking the lows consecutively, guess what? That's liquidity. You know what I'm saying? So the same way it did here, right? We were creating higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, right? We eventually came and swept all of that. I caught this move. I don't know why I deleted it, but I caught this entire move here. Feel me? And then here, right? We're basically in that pullback section because ultimately this is the high, this is the low. Go over to the 4 hour. Higher high, higher low. Price is doing whatever the fuck it wants to do in here. We're not breaking this low, nor are we breaking this high. So for me to be able to take a valid sell, right? Because again, price can do whatever it wants in here. I pretty much just need, yeah, I mean, price did break. You know what I'm saying? It broke retest. So realistically, I can get an early entry in here. We respect this high, yada yada yada, whatever. If price doesn't come up here, well, we have this zone here. We just wait for a break and retest, right? Which is a 2 hour close. No problem. You know what I'm saying? No, ain't no issue. So it's just a matter of it's just a patience thing, nothing crazy. So this one you can roughly make. Ultimately, I do want to risk like $50 on this trade. I am confident in the counter trend trade. Um, and if I risk about $50 on this trade, this which is about $64 margin. Actually, I'm gonna use $50 margin, which is about 39 $40 there. I'll make about $260 ultimately. Let me go to risk here, right? $50. If I risk $50, that's $62 margin, which is just a higher margin. That's it. So yeah, we should be good. We should be good. We should be good this trade. Alright, on to the next. On to the next. So right now I'm looking for something better than USD CHF. If I find something a little bit more definitive, I'll go with that. If not, then shit, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, cool. So weekly price is also bullish. I could come make a higher low. I like this weekly rejection of this high here. And again, this is all time. Well, no, it's not. Last time it was even up here was in 2020. So a whole year price action. This momentum doesn't seem very strong, but hey, I'm just looking off what's being printed. Um, I like this evening star formation here. Right, we've made a higher high. We made a higher high. Looks like we are rejecting. So catching this pullback within here. There's an EMA within here as well. Left head, right shoulder, break, retest the neckline. Very, very possible. Um, yeah, this is a straightforward trade, really. We have this neckline zone here, right? That price could come and respect just a little bit, just a little early entry there. And yeah, price could quite literally just come respect this zone here. So I don't know, I just deleted it, but yeah. This one, yeah, I don't really care for it until I want to say here, because this is a pullback point here. I want to see some, Lord, I want to see some type of respect in here. This is a pullback here. Pullback. Right. Just looking for that retest. It could go higher than this. Who knows? But this is the area where I see price coming back into. We're creating nothing but liquidity to come and sweep, pretty much. So I'm gonna bring it right back to the lows from 1 to 3. This is better than USD CHF. Beautiful. I like it. There's also a lot of these zones, so we can bring it all the way back down. But it's just a matter of patience. We can't really force it. We have to wait on it. All right. So I just did 3. So what I'm gonna do is, cause my mind, I'm starting to it's starting to blur. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take a break and then I'm gonna come back. Just a quick break. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna stop the stream and then I'm gonna start it back up. So I'm gonna do a few then come back, do another few, then come back. You know what I'm saying? Just so that way I can keep my mind like as fresh as possible. So I don't have to run into the issue of brain fog. So yeah, give me a second. I'll be back. It's recording as well, so I'll be back.